Merry Christmas one more time. By this time, you've probably already celebrated Christmas with your family. If you're like me, it's one of your favorite moments of the year because the world has come to a pause. Family comes home. They all settle in together. You're warm and cozy, often around a fire. If you're like us at our house, we sit around the Christmas tree and hand out our gifts. We think about all that we've been blessed with this year and all that we have. And as we go through that, we seek really just this moment of peace and quiet, this moment of joy, this moment when the troubles and cares of the world can be forgotten for just a little while. And it's a beautiful moment. But here we are a few days after Christmas, and probably that moment has already started to fade for you, and reality of life has started to come back. So I wonder why Christmas matters so much to us, those moments of peace and joy with our families. I think it's because we don't often get it as much as we'd like. The reality of our lives and the busyness of it and not living as close to our families as we'd like to probably comes into play into that. And so one of the things that we really love about Christmas is that everyone puts everything on pause in order to come together. That the troubles and maybe conflicts even that we have, we try to put aside so that we can have joy and peace together. And I think that that's lovely. And I think that that's admirable. And I think that that's beautiful. But I also think that here a few days later, we start to face the reality that that fades away. And so what is it about Christmas that maybe we miss? What is it about Christmas that maybe we need to hang on to beyond just Christmas morning or the day after the Christmas Eve when we spend that time with our family? What is it about Christmas that truly matters? The book of John tells us in this way, in chapter 1. He says, "The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world. He was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet, to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." Children born not of natural descent, nor of human decision, nor a husband's will, but children born of God. That's the true story of Christmas. That's what we often miss when we try to hang on to the moments of joy that we have with our family. That's what we often miss when we focus more on the peace and the calm and the togetherness of our family time. We miss that we still live in a very real world of pain. And it's disappointing to go back to that reality. But Christmas should teach us something, that Jesus came into this world to make us children of God. Not born of natural descent or human will or a husband's will, but children of God. In other words, Christmas is about our eternity. And so the joy that we celebrate with Christmas and our families should not just be a joy of having a moment of peace and respite in this world. It should really be about enjoying the eternal peace of God that we have. Knowing that these momentary troubles that we have, the fact that we have to go back, not just to work, but we have to go back to the reality of a diagnosis, or we have to go back to the reality of a family situation that's not getting better, even though we tried at Christmas. The fact that we have to go back to the reality of a broken world. But Christmas, this baby born in a manger, this first coming of Christ, let those moments of peace be reminders to you that there will be a second coming. Let them be a reminder to you that the peace that we celebrate and have in God is not going to be a momentary peace like we have now, but that the glory and the joy and the eternal security we have with God will far outweigh any problems we ever face. Christmas and the peace of it should be a reminder of the peace that's coming. Revelations 21:4 and 5 put it this way: "He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. Then the one who sits on the throne says, "Look, I'm making all things new." If you're beginning to face the reality of a Monday morning after Christmas, or you're beginning to face the reality of still having to go to treatment, or if you're facing the reality of still having to figure out a way to make it financially when your job has fallen apart, just remember that Christmas is not about a moment of peace with our families. It's about an eternity of peace with God made possible through Jesus Christ. And that baby in a manger is just the down payment and the deposit and the beginning of the eternity with God that we will have forever. We sing it this way: "Hail the heaven-born Prince of Peace. Hail the Son of Righteousness. Light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. Mild he lays his glory by, born that man no more shall die. Born to raise the sons of earth, born to give them second birth." The baby in a manger, the family around the Christmas tree, the songs, the Hallmark movies, all of the things that bring us moments of peace are just to remind us that an eternity of peace is why Jesus came. Have you trusted him? Is he Lord of your life? Have you placed all of your faith in him so that an eternity of peace is your future? If you have, then the momentary troubles and pain of this world, the Monday mornings after Christmas, are worth it, because the eternity with Christ, where there is no more tear and no more pain, no more sorrow and no more death, are so worth it. God bless you, and Merry Christmas.